All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, do it.
Here we go. You're listening to Runner's Block, a Two Gomers podcast about regular people sharing big goals by confronting one barrier at a time. This is the Atlanta Half Marathon Race Weekend in Review Part 1 for March 2022, one day after the race.
Welcome, everybody, to the first race and review episode of Two Gomers Run the Atlanta Half Marathon. This is Anthony speaking, one of those two aforementioned Gomers, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, with my friend Steven, sitting right across the table from me in Atlanta, Georgia.
In 3D.
In real D.
In 4D.
In 40, I know. And we're both 40.
If it was in 4D, I'd have to be behind your chair, like, kicking it the whole time. Every time we made a funny joke or a good point, I'd like shake your chair.
Yep.
All right, this is pretty weird.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot more definition to you.
Is it easier to just look at that?
Maybe. I mean, or like look up to the right or up to the left. We're also sitting pretty close to each other.
Maybe we should have been further.
We did at one point think we were going to record at your dining room table downstairs.
Yep.
Which would have been like in like Downton Abbey, where they're like at the opposite sides of a long table.
Yeah, or Batman. Like
that's right.
Remember, she's like, "Can you pass the salt?"
Who is that? Nicole Kidman?
No,
not Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh my gosh, who is it? You're talking about original Batman with Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm. Vicky Vale.
Yeah, who is it? It's not Nicole Kidman. She's with oh man, see.
Dude, call Julie. And we can't edit this because it's live to video. Well, we can edit the audio, but when we put it up on YouTube.
But that's usually what we do. When we put it up on YouTube, they get the raw feed.
Yeah, if you want that, patreon.com/2gomers. You got to be a 6.2, 13.1 subscriber.
Or over. Yep.
You can watch this on video. We're in my studio, and I have artwork, but it's not up yet, so it's just on the floor.
But is this piece of furniture new?
This piece of furniture I got maybe a month ago, but it's in that box. Remember you asked
That was the box.
That was the box.
We figured it out. Mystery solved.
Dude, me and Aaron bringing this up the stairs was a feat. And I don't know how we didn't die. I mean, because like I was behind it. Yeah, it was because that came solid. That's solid mango wood.
That's not built.
Nope.
It's a nice piece of furniture. So really, this is why people need to be 13.1 supporters, so they can see this piece of furniture behind it, like a very small corner sliver of this piece of furniture. It's worth every penny to see that. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. This is a day after the race.
Yep.
Just ran the half marathon yesterday.
Totally.
We've never done a race and review before that's been only one episode.
Yeah.
And we've said every time it would be. And it never has been.
Yep.
And so we have a couple hours before we head out to take me to lunch and then back to the airport.
Take you to...
Take me to lunch. Host me.
Here's some... That's what I did earlier, right? Here's some bread.
We did have a crust of bread for breakfast.
Made fresh coffee.
It was really good. The bread was good.
Yep.
Toast.
Yep. And then Aaron's mom's famous strawberry jam that she makes like every summer.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I just crave all year long.
So usually when you would tell me about that jam on the podcast, I'd be like, oh, interesting.
Okay.
But I actually had that this morning. So listen, it's a whole new experience.
Yeah.
Have we done this more than like once before, recorded an episode in person?
We did one in Mark and Missy's basement.
Okay, that's the one I didn't remember. We did one at Aaron's parents' house.
Oh, yeah. Like first season?
First season.
Okay.
Both super. I mean, we think we're close together now. We were sitting like dating couple style on the couch, same side,
Into a laptop, right?
into that tiny dot on the laptop.
Yep.
And then the only reason I remember that is because when we had the, hey, what you doing over there, running in the corner, mate?
Yep.
You went over to the corner of the living room and like
Oh, yeah.
jogged in place. It was so embarrassing to watch later on.
We'll do that. We'll do that later.
Hey,
We'll do that.
how's it going over there, running in the corner, mate?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Wow.
Running corner.
Wow.
Runner's corner?
Yeah, we can have runner's corner in this.
Okay. We can just go to the random corners in the room and talk through. So, anyways, I was like, we're not going to have one episode because usually we have an hour's worth of chat about what happened before the race.
Right.
So, I think we record for an hour.
Okay.
We cut. That's part 1.
Yep.
Then we just start again. We just start a new file, part 2.
Cool. Because
Thanks
we
and
don't even
apps.
know if this is working. So
I really hope it's working.
it looks like it's working. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks cool. We've got 2 laptops and
2 microphones. I mean, everything looks good. We'll see if it sounds okay. I think it'll be great.
totally great.
Yeah, I mean, people do this every day. This is how most people, well, not since the pandemic.
Yeah, but this is how people record radio shows, podcasts, but they're wearing headphones. We should be wearing headphones.
I know.
I wonder if that would actually sound better.
Even if they're not connected, we should be wearing headphones just so that the people on Zoom, or not on Zoom, on YouTube can see us wearing headphones.
But then I need a Y adapter.
How
We'd-
romantic.
We'd have to ask why.
You'd have to squirt that over to me.
I'm looking at the camera like it's like our audience, like, right? Like, so like,
Hey, he said squirt, didn't
it's
he?
like Jim from The Office looking at, like, breaking the fourth wall.
Right, yeah. If we're going to record on some Zunes, we
Right.
could squirt the audio over to each other in real time. Stream it and squirt it. Okay. So, yeah, we're here at your house. I think it's the third time ever we've recorded in person.
Okay.
Feels a bit weird, but fun.
It's all good, dude. You can also see on the Zoom, if you're watching the video, I have a pen, Steven has a pencil. Steven, this is old episodes. If you go back, OG style, Jessica style, our listener Jessica, ultra marathoner.
Right, and which we just did. We can talk about that.
Yes.
We listened to that episode.
Yep. And this is Steven, like,
Sorry.
oh, it was part of the sound. I mean, it's like you can hear my chair on the episodes often. Like,
And whenever Chad guests, there's some sort of sound that goes always in the background. So we all have our sounds. Yeah, but this is something I learned probably late in the game, that if I can have a pencil in my hand and it doesn't make clicking noises on the
yeah.
on my audio. So yep, I've got a Sweet Blackwing pencil. You've got that pen at the ready,
Yep.
just in case we need to write stuff down during the episode. I think we should start at the beginning.
Okay. Yeah.
My arrival.
Okay. Sounds great.
So, we didn't bring a La Croix.
I'll go grab one.
He's gonna go grab a La Croix. There he goes. I don't know if this will stay on the episode. So I know exactly. This is the other weird thing. Now that I know when Anthony leaves, where he's going. It's the first time I've been to his house. Wait. Yup. Is it? Yeah, I think it's the first time I've been to this house, because I never knew where he went to get a La Croix, but now I do. I can hear him at his fridge. Oh no, I'm wrong. They've got a garage fridge full of La Croix and beers. So that's what he's doing right now. He's coming back up the stairs.
Okay, I got 2.
Oh wow. Okay, good. So I can do one.
I got a cran raz and a unflavored. You pick whatever you want.
Cran Raz.
Okay.
Which we still call it, even though that's not the.
Oh, it's
actual name.
Raz Cran now.
Raz
Or what?
Cranberry. Come on, but I'm never gonna call it that.
Right. Let's do this.
Ready?
Okay. Hey,
Hey,
how's it going over there?
we can review
Race and review.
It's me, Dr. Knudsen.
Hey,
I hope you guys did good.
How's it going? Oh, jeez.
One thing I was wondering
So good.
is sometimes you take a sip of the La Croix when you crack it, and I never see it again.
Oh,
How
yeah.
often do you just not drink the rest of it?
There actually is a lot of times where I'll set it there like that.
Yep.
And then it's done. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Wisconsin, got to put that there. Yeah, where I put it like that, and I never drink it again.
Yep.
Because I've always got my water bottle.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on how thirsty I am. And like that time when I got that bagel with lox and onions, and I needed a Spindrift. Dude, now I'm out of breath. I ran downstairs.
That does not bode well for our race and review. No, but dude, we're sore. We're really tired.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it would have been funny if we had recorded this episode at 8 a.m. because we were pretty zonked.
I mean, we both woke up. I thought you would have been up already this morning.
Yeah. So
Because both of us wake up way earlier than 8 o'clock usually.
totally IRL. Also, you're still on Arizona time. So
That's true.
Aaron and the girls were up this morning.
Yeah.
We need to clarify that so it doesn't sound like a sleepover.
Well, I was like in the hallway and I looked over and there you are, shirtless, like, huh?
Shall I call you or nudge you?
So I didn't actually nudge you, but I do think I woke you up.
Well, no, actually, you didn't. I had because I had a. So we'll get to this in the next episode. But Aaron has been like the first major shout out needs to be to Aaron and Jessica.
Yeah.
Because Jessica held down the fort in Arizona,
Yeah. With duct tape and gum.
literally holding. She literally held down the fort. The walls.
She's holding together some of the fort currently at my house. Yep. But Aaron was the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah, she was the hostess with the mostest. If she was a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln,
For sure.
who she shares a birthday with. I've said that many times. She was born on Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
Why didn't they name her Abraham Lincoln?
I don't know.
They should have.
They didn't figure that out. The internet wasn't there yet. But she was just incredible hostess this week. Host, is host gender neutral now? Like host, like
Host with,
flight
I
attendant.
suppose she was I only say hostess to the mostest because it's from Spinal Tap.
Okay, and it rhymes.
She was building us fires.
She
was cooking us dinner. She's carrying in logs of wood and making us fires. And Anthony was be like, "Babe, I didn't need you to carry in wood," while you just lay there on the couch.
Just like completely flat out on the floor.
Yep.
But last night, she was like, "Hey, babe, like, totally. If you want to sleep in, I've got the girls this morning." So unreal. Like, a weekday never happens where I'm not up at 5:15, 5:30.
Right. Yeah.
And so the girls said bye, and then I actually slept till 8.
Yeah.
Where I set an alarm to go off at 8 so we could do the dog walk, then come in and do this. And yeah. So I was on my third snooze at 8:30 when you came in.
Okay,
Or when you knocked.
that was 8:30.
And I was like, there's a human man in my house. This is
Well, so I didn't knock. The doors were just
right.
wide open.
Oh, yeah.
So I was getting my laundry from the hallway, and I looked over, and you're like a quarter of the way sitting up, like, huh?
what
There's a human man in my house. That's what you said, I think. Which
So-
is weird because
Yep.
you don't usually have human men sleeping at your house.
Nope. I have 2 little girls and Aaron. So
And a canine
and a
female.
canine Indy. Yep. So I'm the only human man here. The only time there are other dudes here is if friends are over, but they're never upstairs.
And do they ever sleep over?
No. Actually, Mr. Aaron,
Yeah.
who's a character in this whole endeavor.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, we know he's listening. One of our best friends from over here. He and his family have stayed here before.
Okay. What about a human man by himself?
My dad, Aaron's
Okay.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, so but like usually it'd be like Dave, my new best friend, who fixed our ceiling in there. Because remember, I did.
I'm out, folks. I'm no longer the best friend. Like, it's Dave this and Dave that.
Dave, he's so awesome.
Who's the guy who installed some lights in his house?
Yeah, he installed some lights, and I don't know if I ever told that on the podcast, but I did a full-on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when I put my foot straight through the ceiling in the shower.
No.
So I was up in the attic. We have the pull downstairs.
Uh-huh.
Just
I
like
saw those and I thought of,
yep.
yeah, National Lampoons. Yeah.
I was up there getting Christmas decks,
Wow.
and there's like plywood, and then slats of 2x4.
Yep.
Studs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm the
Stud
right?
finder.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Stud
Yep.
finder, classic joke, sternum. So I was stepping on the studs, and then there's plywood around it, and then insulation.
Yeah.
And I just stood right in the middle of just pure sheetrock, and went all the way up to my junk.
Whoa.
Just like fell through.
Dude, that is exactly like
Yep.
Chevy Chase in
Yep.
that movie.
So that shower, up until like a couple days before you came, had a huge hole that I had temporarily fixed.
Yeah.
But like it needed like a real fix with sheetrock,
Right.
and you need to plaster it, and you need to make it look.
Impossible for
Yeah.
men like us to do.
No, it would look janky. And Dave did that just so you could take a shower in there, dude.
The shower is great.
Sweet.
That's the girl shower usually.
Yeah, that's usually so they've been taking a shower in ours.
Okay. I kicked him out. I noticed that I've had that bathroom to myself.
Aw.
That's been nice.
Yeah, well, actually, and now I don't know that they're ever going to take a shower in there again because they like taking a shower in our room.
You ruined them.
So here's my one other question before that. Do you guys sleep with your door closed?
Sometimes.
In a sock on Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean you've got the right thing in mind. Yes. I would say mostly so every night the boys come in, say goodnight, we pray,
Oh,
they hang out,
mm-hmm.
they wrestle, they
Still
tell
at
stupid
16 and
stuff.
18?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Not always wrestling, but
Yeah.
sometimes we'll watch something fun right before bed.
Sure. Dude Perfect.
No, Dude Perfect was a while ago.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But we used to watch Dude Perfect.
Yeah.
No, it's more like, we have to call them on the phone for them to come and say goodnight to us. So that's probably different than your lives right now.
Sure.
Because our house is so weird that if we
Yeah.
like yell, they're not going to be able to hear us.
Okay, yeah.
So we call each of them on the phone. They come down,
Shall we gather?
and then they'll ask on the way out, should we close the door? And we'll just tell them yes or no.
You look at Jessica.
Hold on, let me gauge the
temperature in the
right.
room.
Go ahead, keep it open. Yeah, but you guys always sleep with the door open?
Yeah, so this was a difference for me and Aaron growing up. So like my parents,
Mm-hmm.
they were door shutters no matter what.
Yeah.
Like at 9 or whatever, it's like doors shut.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with the door always shut in my parents' room.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron grew up with her parents, door always open.
Okay.
Door always open. So like when we had kids, so like I used to shut the door.
Yeah.
Like even when like we would stay at Aaron's parents' house, I would shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we were here, well, not here, but
Yeah.
in apartments, I would
Mhm.
shut our bedroom door
Mm-hmm.
just because it seems complete.
It's time for bed. You shut the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's a door open person.
Yeah.
And so over the years, it's just the door is always open.
Okay.
Our door is always open.
Come on in.
Come on in,
Any
everybody.
time of day or
Hey,
night.
hey, human man.
Come on in. Okay.
Gathering your
I mean,
laundry.
it is interesting to be in your space,
Yeah.
to see how you guys live,
Yep.
to enjoy the house, great, wonderful house, eat your wonderful food. And like you're saying, Aaron was a great hostess
Yep.
with the mostest.
Totally.
So this is why there's no way we could do this episode in one take, because we have not even gotten to my arrival yet. So I did come on Friday.
Yeah.
So the race was, we're recording this Monday.
Mhm.
Race was yesterday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I came Friday.
Yep.
And that was because I didn't want to come Saturday, have to go to the expo right away.
Yeah.
We wanted, and that's why I didn't leave yesterday, because we wanted to not be rushing.
Yeah. We wanted to have that
Never be rushing.
the timely. No, we have many Russian friends.
Yeah, we do totally. So it came on. I left so friggin' early on Friday.
Oh yeah. So you texted me, dude.
Yeah,
You're like,
headed out.
yep.
Yeah, when was that? That must have been so early. I mean,
Yep.
that was
Like
before
3 a.m. or something.
Yeah, that was before. Yep, that was before 5 my time.
Yep.
So a little later here, but
Oh yeah.
you probably did the math and you're like, ooh, that's early.
Oh geez. Because I was like, I'm not picking you up until the late afternoon.
Mhm.
How are you leaving now?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that travel woe thing of like the whole day is just sitting
Yeah.
and then going to another spot.
You know what I always think about is, you haven't seen this movie for a while, but
Dang it.
Father of the Bride, the end of Father
right.
of the Bride,
Yeah.
the daughter of the father of the bride, the titular bride,
Okay. Yeah.
is moving to Boston, and he
Oh.
lives in LA. This is how the movie ends.
Okay.
No, this is Father of the Bride 2.
Okay.
Sorry, Graylin. Father of the Bride 2. They move to Boston at the end, and he's sad about that. Of course, Steve Martin is sad because the whole movie is about how he's sad about his daughter growing up.
Yeah.
And she says it's just a 4-hour flight.
Oh, from LA to Boston?
Right. So what I always think is she's talking about wheels up
Right.
to wheels down
Yeah.
if the wind is on your side.
Yeah. Yeah.
LA to Boston, that is an entire day.
Oh, yeah. And then the next day's ruined also because you're tired.
And the previous day, because you're packing and trying to sleep so you don't miss your flight.
Right.
So this was Flagstaff to Atlanta, which is also a 4-hour flight,
Yeah.
but it's the whole day.
Yeah.
So I'm up at 5, flag to Phoenix to Atlanta,
Yep.
lose 2 hours.
Oh, there's also that. Yep.
So don't forget that, bride.
Yep.
You're losing 2 hours.
Sure. It's a lose-lose.
Right. But I landed, waited a little, got my luggage,
Oh, yeah. And then ran into a friend, right?
ran into a friend from Colorado. Hey, James. He doesn't listen. James from our Get Out episode.
What?
Yeah.
That was, oh my gosh, that's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah. So he lives in Colorado.
Oh my gosh.
We see each other once or twice a year. We're co-workers.
Yeah.
But I was like, just saw him out on the curb.
Wow.
So he was here for
That is so
a
weird.
conference,
Uh-huh.
Black Student Ministries conference.
Okay.
And I was like, James. And he just looks over and just like stares at me. Like, what? This is so weird.
Yeah.
So neither of us knew that we would see each other. So we
Weird.
connected. It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
And then I sat and listened to the podcast for a little while.
Oh, yeah. The mantra? No.
No, the pre-race, the race and preview.
Pre-race jitters.
Yep, jitters episode. Yep. And then you come rolling up in that pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Lily was there,
Mm-hmm.
and the weekend began.
Yes. Okay. So if you want to go to Instagram, Instagram/2gomers or Instagram. Well, it's not Instagram.com. Just go to Instagram and look up 2gomers.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That was it.
Oh, no, that's gone.
No, it was
24 hours.
that was a story. Never mind. I showed what I brought with because we were pretending to be like me and Lily were trying to be like Lyft drivers, right? So we had snacks and treats.
Yeah.
We had Triscuits.
They put me in the back of the big shield and
right.
talk to me.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get to there when we go to the race. But we had Triscuits and then the Easter candies, which are so good.
You
Grandma
know, it's
Churchill's
one of my favorite candies.
Yep. Top candy of all time.
Yep.
Top cracker of all time.
And those were great. And I was like, this is amazing.
Yep.
But there was one more thing.
Oh, baby.
I thought it was just a Coke
Right.
because it's Atlanta.
Yeah. And
So I
we're
thought it
not
was
supposed to be drinking Coke, but this was race weekend.
All bets
that.
were off.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Yep.
we were celebrating.
Yep.
But it wasn't just a Coke. It was the cinnamon Coke,
Yeah.
which you could have sold and got a ton of money. But nope, you gave it to your friend, Steven.
Uh-huh.
You had that from last Christmas, 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah. So I've had that in my fridge.
Yep.
And, you know, me and Lily were always like, because we're the Coke drinkers in the family.
Yeah.
Aaron and Isla don't drink Coke.
Okay.
They don't drink soda at all.
Yep.
And so we've been saving it for like a special occasion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start, and then somehow we just never got to it.
Yep.
And then you were pining for it, and I still had that one.
Wow.
So like, let's save it for race weekend.
It was amazing. It was a great way to start. I just drank that whole thing. You guys each took a sip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great start. And then we, what did we do? We just drove right here, right?
Okay, so we listened to. So here's my question for people listening.
Yeah.
If you're picking up somebody from the airport, what's your like music background sitch?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you want to have like something playing in the background, but you don't want it to be like something that you have to listen to.
No.
Like,
It's got to
'cause
be
you're
background.
gonna
So
be chatting and laughing.
should be familiar, maybe. Like, but like inoffensive.
Yep.
And what I mean by that is it's like everybody would be okay with this selection.
Yep.
Nothing necessarily super special,
Yep.
but just like, okay, this is just what's on,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, I can't remember what we were listening to.
Oh yeah. Oh, you don't. Coldplay.
Okay, and that's been kind of in the background.
Stuff white guys like.
Yep.
Music of the Spheres.
Like I said, completely inoffensive.
Yeah. So we've got the main ones we've got going on for that situation are the new Coldplay album, the new John Mayer album.
Oh right. Which we listened to when we drove around with Mr. Aaron.
Yep, we've got that, and then if the girls are in the car, it's Hamilton and Encanto.
Right. So lots of heavy Encanto weekend we've had. Which I don't mind. We don't have Encanto on much of a repeat at our house.
Right.
We love Encanto, but that's not something we're listening to often. So that was fun.
Yep.
I'm fine with not listening to a lot of Hamilton. Honestly, that's cool.
Oh yeah. No, Lily, like she's actually, she's over her obsession with that for sure. Actually, the only time we listened to Hamilton were when they wanted like kind of like sing for you.
They did a little show for me.
Do
first
like a
night.
show.
Yep.
And then when we do like a house clean.
Okay.
Like that is like also Sonos rules. We have Sonos all over the house. And if that's a Gomer's tip for if you especially have little kids, if you want to do a clean sweep of the house, jam some music out.
Yes, definitely.
Hit that Sonos app, click the everywhere button.
Yep.
And then, I mean, Bruno, anything from Encanto.
Yeah, there was a lot of Isla saying, "Hey, you know who? Alexa."
Oh, right.
Playing Encanto.
Yep.
So, pick me up. We didn't go. I mean, there was talk of like we're gonna go to like 80 restaurants or something.
Yeah.
Now that's all fun and games when you're thinking about it.
Yep.
But you can't eat at 80 restaurants. I mean, we just came. Did we come right home or did we eat anything? Was I hungry?
We went. Well, so that's what I asked you because, like, there's always lots of options.
Yeah.
So like, I had that like East Atlanta pizza place.
Yeah.
I was like Nina and Rafi. It's called Super Good. Kind of like gourmet, like Rocky Rococo. Like actually, no, it's Detroit style. So it's thicker.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh man, getting hungry. So we had that as an option because we were gonna, we could have like veered that way.
Yeah.
But so I was like, "Are you hungry?" And you're like, "Nope." Like eating Triscuits. So we were eating Triscuits.
That was fine for me at that point. Triscuits and Cadbury eggs and cinnamon Coke.
Right. It's perfect.
Right. It's all race prep.
So my second option was we were going to pick up chips and queso.
Right.
And then do that whole thing, kind of our Sabbath thing where we go out on the patio, chips, queso, margaritas.
Right.
But still not hungry. So Aaron called. Actually,
oh, that's it. I knew we went somewhere.
Yeah.
Isla
called.
Where. Yep.
Is anybody still interested in this? Is this too tedious?
Cut it.
No, but Aaron texted, or Isla called from the grocery cart. She's like, they don't have, in a 6-year-old voice, they don't have blue or orange LaCroix.
I noticed the pronunciation.
Yep. So that's what she said. The
6-year-old version of that's what she said. Talking about LaCroix.
Right, because Aaron is like at the grocery store getting a few last minute things like pepper jelly, which they didn't have.
Right.
Blue and orange LaCroix, which they didn't have. And then I was like, where are you guys? And they were, obviously they were at Publix, and we were like 3 minutes away from Publix, and you needed lube.
I needed lube. I needed Lactaid.
Oh, right. L&L.
You have the 2 L's.
The running necessities.
Necessities of a weekend at Anthony's, Lactaid and lube. So, and you, of course, wanted to show me Publix.
Yeah. Publix is the GOAT grocery store. Obviously we love like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Fresh Market, all that stuff. But to me, Publix. I mean, I know the owner, right? Howard Jenkins.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I shared a couple of meals with him, told him I love his fried chicken and Sifo.
And speaking of fried chicken, that's one thing that you also wanted to show me.
Yeah, I was like, you have to look at it.
So we weren't going to get fried chicken. Too risky that early to a race, right? Fried chicken, I felt like.
Well, yeah, okay. That's the other thing is when you have a race impending, you're starting to like think about your digestive tract.
Mm-hmm.
Track.
Yeah. I think either one works. You could say track or tracked.
Nice.
Okay.
And so you do kind of have that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because we'll get to post race. Who gives a rip? Who gives a rip?
For sure.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. You just destroy that stomach.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore because you don't have to be nervous about. I mean, I still have a plane ride.
But that's cool.
Yeah. But it'll be fine. I don't think I'm going to be suffering at all from the Indian food anymore.
No.
I am a bit today.
Oh, man.
This morning.
But
that's okay.
So spicy.
And it was so good.
So good.
Yep. So we didn't eat fried chicken because we were thinking forward to 36 hours from then.
Actually, I wouldn't give a rip. That would be fine for me.
It's the oil sometimes in a fried food.
Oh, yeah.
Just makes everything slip right out.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Speaking of lube, it like lubricates everything inside.
It is oil.
I know. It is. So we did walk through the entire store.
Yep.
And then we went and looked at the fried chicken.
The fried chicken area. The butterflied shrimp.
Yep.
The fried okra.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Publix does it right.
Yep.
They do it so good. We looked at it. Aaron was really excited to see Steven, the girl, or Isla, because Lily was already in the car. So she got to hang with us.
Yep.
So then we checked out, came home, and then we hung out for a while.
It was really nice. I mean, I'm glad I did come a couple nights early because it was really chill. We just hung out. We talked. We sat in the office for a while. We sat downstairs for a while. Then we went and got pizza.
Yes.
Mellow Mushroom, which people have heard about on the podcast before.
Yep.
We got barbecue pork.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, we still have a little bit of that in the fridge, dude.
I know, actually.
Should have a slice of that on the way to ramen.
I'm kind of hungry. We should have that right now during the episode. We'll do that for the part 2. I'll be eating pizza. And then the holy shiitake, which you love saying and I loved eating. Super good.
So umami. That's like an umami pizza, right?
Yes.
Not your mom's pizza.
Not your mommy's pizza.
It's umami's pizza.
This ain't your mommy's umami. This should be the slogan of that pizza.
Right.
And then we just chilled a little bit more, and then I was just like, I have to go to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is fine, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
That's really nice about going to your best friend's house. Is like, who cares? Go to sleep whenever you want to go to sleep.
Totally.
So I did.
So I have 2 things in my notes currently.
Okay.
Age and stage, which we've been already talking about how like you have late teenagers, 16 and 18, and I have 6 and 10-year-old, right? So we're the same age-ish, minus 1.25 years. But we're just in a different stage, sort of like kid-wise.
Right.
But the other thing I noticed now that we've haven't hung out in person for over 4 years, was I think we're older, dude.
We're older.
So it was like 9:30. And we were like, yeah, I think we should go to bed. And I was like, yeah, totally. Like there was 0% of me that was like, oh, wait, no, we should still fit in a movie. Or like, let's go out and grab some food, fast food. It was like, I really feel like a relaxing of expectations, of fears, of nervousnesses or needing to impress.
Right.
So like... Does that make sense? As opposed to like
a lot of sense.
You'd want to put on a show or like, yeah.
Well, there's also less of a need to like do everything.
That's it. Yeah.
And to pack everything in. Yep. Where I do think you were more like this than I ever was, which is like, we're going to stay up until like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Because we have so many things we have to do.
Right.
And at some point, you're just like dragging me around to places. Please let me go to sleep. So I mean, the girls had conked down on the couch because we were watching something.
Oh, we watched Abominable
Oh, right, that was fun.
because the girls wanted it. The girls have been loving you, right? Like they're going to be talking about you every day, all the time.
So
like,
they want to show certain things off.
yeah,
And I hadn't seen Abominable, which seems like kind of a movie that they've been liking lately.
yeah, and it has "Fix You" in it.
Isla's favorite song.
Yeah.
So we watched Abominable. Very cute, very fun.
Yeah,
And then sat around a little bit more talking.
yeah,
Both girls kind of were conking out,
yeah,
and so was I.
yeah.
And so that was it. It was a great end of the night.
So great.
A exciting Friday night with the boys. You know, when your boys hang out, you watch
Yeah.
Abominable and go to sleep at 10.
So what'd you guys do, man? Like, go to the shooting range, go to Top Golf? No.
I drank a cinnamon Coke, ate pizza, watched Abominable, and went to sleep.
Now I did make margaritas for the record.
That's where I nursed that most of the night.
Suckled on that. And
Slowly.
I did make those.
Yep.
And I gave Steven a night on Ponce to sip. And not a fan. Not a huge fan.
It's not going to ever work for me. A beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Um.
Especially a really hoppy one.
Yeah.
Too bitter, too
Bitter
citrusy.
herbs.
Yeah.
Bitters and jitters.
Yeah.
Okay. So Saturday was taken up most of the day by the expo,
Mm-hmm.
which was really fun. I loved it.
Hold on, you're skipping Sabbath Saturday morning, bro.
Oh, Sabbath Saturday morning.
Mm,
Okay. Relaxed.
Shabbat Shalom, dude.
Pancakes.
Oh,
Delicious
baby.
pancakes.
Yep.
Super
Nutritious pudding. Cozy shack.
I don't know what that is.
It's a southern like pudding or something like that.
Okay.
We did pancakes, we did bacon,
Yeah.
we did hangsies.
Mm-hmm.
Girls just like that's when they did
That's when they did the performance for me.
Isla wanted to do the ballet and the flamenco
And Lily did some lip syncing to Hamilton and Encanto.
oh no lip syncing. Oh no lip syncing.
Oh, right.
Oh no.
Singing. Oh, that's right. You even played it without words and she sang it.
Mm.
Yep. So that was fun. A nice morning show.
Yep, morning show.
Matinee.
Yeah.
And it's like it's really fun to just have them like me a lot. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm so unused to girls. I think I told Lily
Right.
like most of the, 8 to 6 years ago, most of the people I knew were 10 years old.
Oh right.
And I just don't know many 10-year-olds anymore.
Right.
Or 6-year-olds.
Yep.
So hanging out with 10 and 6-year-olds, girls, which I never hang out with.
Right.
I mean, Kaz and Amy have little girls, but they're
Oh, yeah.
little girls.
Yep. So you're gonna actually watch them grow up.
Yeah. Yeah. So
super
they've
cute.
got 3 and 1.
Yep.
So those girls will grow up and be someday just like your girls' age.
Yeah.
So, so I know little kids and I know teenagers.
Yeah.
I don't know many 10-year-olds anymore. So
Yeah.
it was fun to hang out with her.
Yep.
Then around noon, we went to the expo. We took Mr. Aaron,
Yep.
which you call him Mr. Aaron because you don't want to confuse him with your wife, Aaron.
Right. Yeah. So that's always tough because Aaron and Alyssa, and then Anthony and Aaron,
Mm-hmm.
and then also the girls have an Uncle Aaron,
Right.
who is my sister Mia's husband.
Mhm.
So we've got Uncle Aaron, Mr. Aaron, and then there's always like a your Aaron. Like, so whenever we're at or sometimes we just say the Mr.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it just works because
Yep.
they're people that we're like with all the time.
Yep.
And then sometimes Aaron, which
Mhm.
is from Key and Peele, maybe?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron. So that also happens as well.
So Aaron is a person you've talked about on the podcast
Yep.
before.
Started running with us
Right.
about a year ago. We'll get maybe a little bit more to how I'm inspired by his faithfulness,
Mm-hmm.
which you can go back to the I don't know which episode, but he's one of those guys that when I put out a Instagram poll over a year ago,
Yeah.
do you want to run a half marathon with us? And lots of people were like, yeah, right. Why would I do that? I
Yeah.
mean, like funny.
Yeah.
Not like mean.
No way. I'd never do that. That kind of thing.
Yeah, no way. I couldn't do that.
Yep.
But he was like, yes.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sure I shotted that, or it's at least in the archives somewhere in Instagram.
Yeah.
But I was impressed because he did it.
Yep. He actually did it.
You do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah. So he came with us to the expo.
Picked him up.
And
Listen to Coldplay and John Mayer. Stuff white people like.
And we met Annie there. Annie, our social media guru, who I've never met in person.
Yes.
The expo was at the aquarium.
Yeah.
So this is my favorite part of it. Yep. It was inside the aquarium, and I was like, oh, it's probably just going to be in some like random room.
Right.
And we're not going to be able to see any of the actual
like a
aquarium.
Convention center or something.
But you walk in there, you get your stuff, and then there's fish swimming everywhere.
I'm not like sharks that are as big as school buses. Right? Like
incredible, which I was really having a rough time getting a selfie of because they're swimming around. They won't stand still.
They don't pose. They're not doing a show. They're like they're just right where the shark is.
They don't care about where we is. So we were standing there looking at the fish, and Annie was like, said something funny. I can't remember. Like
that was
get out of the way. I want to see some fish or something.
Yeah.
Like
So
that.
So we were trying to take a selfie.
Yep.
This is a movie.
Yeah.
Me and Mr. Aaron were trying to take a selfie, and she goes, "How about I take that for you guys?"
Oh yeah. It was like, oh,
wait, what?
We all hugged. And yeah.
It was perfect.
So that was really fun. So we got to hang out together for like an hour.
Yeah.
At the expo, maybe more.
Oh yeah. We took pictures. Yep. We looked through merch.
We got her a little gift.
Steven almost bought a lady's jacket.
Really, almost. I mean, I knew it was a lady's jacket. I put it on. I had to get an extra large so that it would fit.
Yep. It was cool.
It was just cut a little wrong.
Yeah.
Little much in the hip.
Right. It was ladies cut.
It was a ladies cut. A little shorter than I liked.
Yeah.
And a little bit wide. So anyways, I didn't get that. But we did get some sweet, like water resistant.
Yeah.
Running stuff. I said, hey, thanks for a year and a half of helping us with social media. Here's a shirt. Just kidding. We take care of our Annie.
Yes.
So we all got some merch. Then we walked around a bit in the kind of like the main section, which is a different room where we could see beluga whales.
Yeah. I don't.
So awesome.
Yeah. I can't think of ever having. I'm sure I've seen them, but I didn't realize how like lumpy. They have this weird. They have the.
Mr. Aaron said one of them had just given birth, and so there was extra lumpiness.
Oh, right. Yeah, there was just bumps and stuff. It was interesting. They are an interesting looking creature.
They look like, and it's in the same universe, which is weird. They look like xenomorphs a little bit. Their heads do. You know, totally. That like long bicycle helmet.
Yep.
And the engineers from Prometheus, they're that color.
That's what I said is like the dude at the beginning of Prometheus.
Yep.
It's almost like they modeled like him after the beluga.
Kind of like white, almost translucent skin. Yeah. Kind of that shape. So anyways, we looked at those for a long time. So I was like, man, if I can look at beluga whales for free.
Cool.
Well, not for free. We paid for the race.
Well,
and everything.
True. Yeah.
We looked at those. We did a real dumb dance.
Oh, yeah. You can see that on IG.
Yeah, that's there forever.
That made the grid. The grid.
That's permanent in the grid. Where there was like a 3D camera went around us and we danced.
Yep. Yeah.
We got our numbers and stuff, of course. Which corral, which group we were going to be in. I can't remember what they were calling it. Wave.
Oh yeah. Yep.
All that information. You guys had some more sips of beer.
Oh yeah. Monday Night Brewing Company. Yeah.
Had a table there. Yeah.
6 different ones that you could have little sips of. That was nice of them.
They had a big map of the course.
Oh yeah. Studied that for a while.
We studied that. We realized there's plenty of fueling stations.
Yep.
It was, I don't know if many races have this, but there was also like an elevation chart.
Oh yeah.
So you could see what elevation. They probably do. But the one here was like, what is it called? Those heart monitor things?
Oh yeah. Like a something-ograph.
Just like big peaks and
Yeah,
valleys
it
throughout
looked-
the whole thing.
It looked probably like what our heart rate looked like going
While
up
we
and
were
down.
looking at that,
Yeah.
it looked like our heart rate
It probably
looked like
that would be interesting to lay the heart rate on top of that.
when you first see it.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh. So looks very hilly, right?
Yep.
But also we were able to see, we're really going to be running through some cool places, some
Yeah.
adventurous, beautiful places. That was cool to see. And he was able to show me some things. And the guy standing next to us was always like, "Oh, you're going to love this part. You're going to love this part."
Yeah.
So that was fun. Publix fanny packs we got.
Oh yeah. So it is Publix is the biggest sponsor, I think, of the race.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Atlanta Marathon and Half Marathon. Maybe brought to you by Publix.
It
or
is the
sponsored by
sponsor of it
Yeah.
because Publix is on a lot of the,
Yeah.
even like the logos and stuff.
The Publix green.
Yeah.
I love Publix.
So they had a lot of swag there.
Yep. And they were just handing out those fanny packs.
Yeah.
Bum bags, if
So-
you're a British listener.
Right. So I got one for each of my family. So that's
me
going to
too.
be a real treat for them when I come home. Here you go, boys.
What did you bring me?
From daddy. Two kind of okay fanny packs that say a grocery store on the front that you'll never go to.
Yay. Thank you.
Thanks, Dad. They actually might like them.
Yeah. It's ironic enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
So not much other swag. It felt like the Phoenix,
Yeah.
where it was like not a bunch of presents of like it was not
Yeah.
like a giant convention center full of stuff.
Sure. So this is still COVID. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, there's still remnants and ramifications of COVID. So
Yeah.
everybody's in masks still,
Mm-hmm.
in order to even enter the building. And
Yep.
so just stuff is stripped down.
Yeah.
And for sure.
I mean, 16,000 people were running still.
Right. Yeah.
That was half and full, I
Mhm.
think. And maybe they were including all registrants because there was a race the night before
Oh yeah. So Saturday there
5K.
was a 5K.
where that 95-year-old woman broke the record.
Dude, so awesome.
Yeah.
You guys got to go to, if you look up Atlanta runners on Instagram, you can see, I wish I had her name, but she made the world record for the 5K for 95-year-old
Mm-hmm.
or maybe 90s
Yeah.
year olds.
That's probably true. 90 and above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She crushed that. She's my new, I've got Tron, the two Trons in my neighborhood,
Uh-huh.
and I've got Grandma Churchill,
Uh-huh.
and I've got that lady. It's just my,
These are your heroes.
I love it.
Yeah.
She looks so awesome in that video.
So they may have been including everybody that ran all the races, but 16,000 is
Right.
still a lot.
Yeah.
But I still think that vendors are nervous. And so it's not like a giant
Mhm.
convention center expo that people might be thinking about. It was, a pretty small room
Right. Yeah.
with beluga whale window
Yeah.
and Coke was there representing
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Selling their new no sugar Coke
Right.
Zero
Coke
sugar.
Zero sugar, which nobody wanted but me, so I had everybody get one and I put it in my bag.
Right. Me and the Mister had tried the different beers, and you tried the Coke Zero sugar.
Yeah. And then we just kind of actually no, we drove Annie home. We
Yep.
drove the Mr. home.
Yep.
And it was actually that took most of our day
Yeah. That was 4 hours easy.
because driving anywhere
Yep.
in Atlanta takes a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time and the parking was really rough and
Yep.
all that stuff.
Yep.
But then we had a spaghetti dinner. Thanks again, Aaron.
Yeah. I mean, this is Erin, man. We come home and she already prepared the whole not Thanksgiving.
Pre-race.
I thought we were going to start cooking when we came home, and it's
Right. That's in the mind. You're gonna get in that kitchen.
Yep.
That music will be playing, and you'll be your hands going everywhere, preparing me some Italian meal.
Yeah.
And we got home, and it's done
Yes.
already. Which was great because it was
Yeah.
kind of like an early meal we
Yeah,
ate.
4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
something like
5
that.
o'clock, I think. So, and that was fine because we hadn't had lunch.
Yep.
Which was also fine because I ate a ton of pancakes.
So many pancakes. Buttermilk.
And then
Oh, and buttermilk syrup. Buttermilk syrup.
Oh yeah, that was really good. I need that recipe. Then at night, you had a show, a
Yep.
concert, I should
Mhm.
say. Do you say show?
Yeah, a concert.
Okay.
Sometimes we say show.
Okay.
Like we got a show tonight. Actually, yeah, I totally say that.
Okay.
Sometimes you say I got to go to work.
Yeah. Which is always awesome when that lines up when I'm here.
Yeah.
Because then I get to go see a fancy concert.
Yeah. Yep.
Which I never do
Pinkies
at home.
up. Yeah.
Pinkies up for sure. I mean, it was really awesome. Piece I'd never heard before.
Yeah. The Walton Viola Concerto is, I had never heard it.
Mm-hmm.
I had never played it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And it is so amazing. What an amazing piece of music. And it was a great performance.
Lots of bassoon featured
Oh, yeah.
parts, so I could totally hear you.
Yes. Sweet.
Totally see you. You kind of looked up at me every once in a while, gave me a thumbs up. Not during the concert, that would have been unprofessional, but beforehand and afterwards when you were like, mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when we were like bowing? I looked up at you. I was like, mm-hmm.
I was like, I better stand up because everybody else is giving a standing ovation.
I know it was. I mean, it was so good. Like it was. Instant standing ovation.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
Yep. Yeah, awesome. It was great. I got to see some action.
Oh yeah,
some bougie people fighting up in about making noise up in the balcony.
Yeah,
so that was always interesting. I love that kind of stuff. And then I was telling you how because you only played the first half.
Right. Yep.
So I was sitting out during intermission waiting for you in the lobby,
mm-hmm.
just looking around, dude, just thinking
mm-hmm.
about how crazy your life is.
Mm-hmm.
1,500 people?
Yeah.
1,700 people there.
Yeah.
Every weekend
right.
to see you play your bassoon.
Yeah. Well, not just. Yeah.
I know. I know. That's
right.
That's not exactly why they're there. Some people might be.
Some people
might be like
sure.
bassoon obsessives.
Yeah, they love bassoons. They want to hear Andrew, me,
mm-hmm.
Juan, and Laura. Like,
yep.
Well, actually, there is a guy, Delmar.
Mm-hmm.
He always comes up and says, "Hey,
yeah,
he loves the bassoon." And we often have students
mm-hmm.
there too, like bassoon players that come. And
I was really surprised by how many young people were there.
Yeah.
Like, of course, there's the people that have season tickets, and I got to see some of those people in action.
Sure.
We can hear you, said one man to another woman. Those guys that were sitting behind me were definite season ticket holders. After the first piece, which you didn't play.
Right. Yeah, all strings. Yeah, the first piece.
They had a long discussion about it. What did you think about it? What did you think about it?
Yeah.
And they had a long conversation. I loved hearing that.
Oh, yeah.
But I was just looking around like super diverse
mm-hmm.
audience.
Yeah.
Super generationally diverse.
Uh-huh.
Where I was like, there's a lot of high schoolers and college kids here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Every race, gay and straight, mm-hmm. I don't know. It's pretty amazing.
It's a great audience.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of the ASO and,
mm-hmm.
and our patrons.
Yeah. So cool. It's really cool to see. I mean, the whole experience is different. I mean, we've made this work for the past 15 years, like on Zoom, right? Or online. But when you're together,
mm-hmm.
I really get to see your life. It's cool.
Yeah.
So I think we've talked kind of around this, but even before this weekend, but we just need to do this more.
Yeah.
In-person stuff.
Uh-huh. And now that COVID is, we're 2 years in, coming up on 3 years in.
Yeah.
And things are relaxing. We're vaccinated, all that stuff. Traveling is getting easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we should absolutely get together at least once a year.
Yeah.
And do something.
For sure. And we have been talking about what's next.
Mm-hmm.
We probably won't even get to that part 2.
No.
But I think something that we both were thinking was just being together, obviously racing together.
Yeah.
But also just okay, this is what your house looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is what your family's like when you're together. This is what your job is like.
Right.
It's just really cool to see that stuff. So
see, I wish I could come and see your kids do a show. I wish I could see Jessica in action with a small group or with her prayer group.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish she could pray for me.
She does.
Yeah, no, I know. But Like I'd love to see her in that contemplative space. I'd love to see I'd love to see you backstage before speaking and like leading small groups and leading Bible studies.
Mostly I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, right.
You don't want to see that.
Hey, you doing good? Got that lactate.
You have 5 minutes. I brought the lactate, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's really cool to be here. So then we just came home,
Oh, we drove through McDonald's.
but we didn't get through
But we didn't get through. Yeah, so I introduced you to our local McDonald's, which is it's useless to go to because
the worst McDonald's in the country.
No,
You
it's
think you have like 2 minutes from your house.
Yeah.
I've never had the issues at a McDonald's that I've had the 2 times we've gone to this McDonald's while we've been here.
Yeah.
Just so people know, not 2 times eating there.
Right.
2 times we've gone because that night we sat in the drive-thru, no movement,
Zero. Yep.
inside or out of the restaurant, even though
Yep.
all the lights were on.
Yep. Lights are on and nobody's home. It
For
seems.
sure. Then we just left.
I set a timer because I told you I was like, if I ever come to this after a concert, which is very rare these days,
Yeah,
I set a timer for 5 minutes. If nothing moves, I leave.
right.
And I don't think I've ever, maybe once, eaten there after a concert.
That's great.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, it works.
Yep.
So then we just came back. We ate
Yeah.
butter noodles.
Yeah, I made Grandma Churchill butter noodles because we had a bunch of spaghetti left. And I was like, we're racing tomorrow morning. We
didn't want to put anything in that
Nope.
was going to come out in a bad way. So
right.
that was great. And then again, same deal. It was like, we don't have to stay up later than we should, even though we probably did stay up later than we should.
Yeah, we were up till probably 11:30.
Yeah, and we had to wake up at
5.
5.
Mhm.
But it wasn't like too, like I remember the try
Oh, yeah.
where we had to wake up at 5, and we were packing stuff until like 2 a.m. and my finger was broken,
Yeah.
so I knew I wasn't going to sleep anyway. So this was much more age and stage, much more.
That's
like,
what
okay, let's just go to bed. It's probably a good idea for us to go to bed, and we did. Good night. Bye.
I'm telling you, we're coming up on 15 years into this podcast, and we have, in a lot of ways, I mean, Aaron told us we were middle school boys the other day, right? So we're still,
There are certain things that happen.
yeah, like D's nuts, like dumb jokes. There was something that was so
I don't
dumb.
remember what she said that about,
Yeah,
but it might have been D. I don't think it was D's nuts.
no,
Can't
can't remember what.
which is just like,
Yeah.
it was something probably related to that area.
Yeah, something just middle school funny that that tickled us.
Tickled our fancy.
Yeah. So and Aaron was like middle school boys.
Yeah.
But so that's always there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels seasoned. It feels getting older, dude.
And that's a good thing.
It is a very good thing.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about that at all.
Me neither. Especially when you're going to bed and going
Yep.
to sleep and waking up and you're like not 2 hours later.
Because that's what, if you're on the video, like, I can't even keep my eyes open. I'm like rubbing them so hard because of.
Still so tired, even though
Yeah.
we made good decisions.
No, but also I'm just thinking about that triathlon night. Because I played 3 full concerts that weekend.
That was crazy. It was awesome to be able to go to that concert
for
with
sure.
Jessica. Then we ran that triathlon, hardly slept, and then we went to Disney World.
Yeah, and then went for like 3 days.
And you had an infant.
Yeah, I think.
Was she?
Oh no. Lily was.
Was she a toddler at that point?
No, I think she was like 2. I think we figured out.
Okay,
Back-
toddler.
She was like 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
2.5. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's in our past.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, I know it's weird. So
Yeah.
and because it's been 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
it's clearly different
Yeah.
in a
Yep.
good way.
Yep, definitely.
Nice.
Okay, let's do this. Let's talk about the morning,
Okay.
and then we'll cut
Okay.
so that we can fully devote part 2 to the race.
Okay. Love it.
So we woke up early.
Yep, 5 a.m. I set my alarm for 4:45.
Yep.
So that I could have 2 snoozes.
Mm-hmm.
So that put it at like 5:04.
Right.
So what I did on the first snooze at 4:45, I rolled out of bed, ran on and turned on the coffee pot and the espresso machine,
Yeah.
and then went back and laid down for 10 more minutes.
That's a real snooze because you're up doing stuff and then you go back and snooze.
It's just 2 buttons. And luckily nobody was here because I was like just in my skivvies, which is actually the best kind of snooze because you get back into the warm bed. So great.
Yeah.
Be cold for like 30 seconds.
So you just sleep in underwear.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, can't. Too hot otherwise.
And I've got proof of that, folks. I saw him this morning. Okay. I was up probably around 5, came down, had some of that coffee,
Uh-huh.
clear things out.
Uh-huh. Gomer's tip.
Have coffee at least an hour before,
Yes.
I would say, so that the clearing works. I had a couple bites of banana.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't want to overdo anything food-wise.
Right, because your strategy on food still before races is you really don't.
Almost nothing.
Yep.
Because my stomach does not agree with it
Sure.
when I'm on a long run. You had a crust of bread.
I had a bit of bread. So I had my newest favorite thing, which is the Eric Little breakfast.
Tea and
right?
toast.
Tea and toast, except it's espresso. So I made myself a red eye, which is coffee with espresso in it.
Okay.
Supercharged and less water.
Okay, got it.
Which doesn't matter because we still drank water and had to whiz so bad. So we'll talk about that.
We'll get to that part.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a significant part of part 2.
Yeah.
Is how badly we had to pee during the race.
Right. And not just us. It was like we made a community of it, right?
Well, and so yeah, we'll talk about that. We made pee friends.
Yep.
I'm drinking water because I want to hydrate.
Right.
But I also know don't overdo it because that's gonna come back and haunt you.
Yep.
So all the way up to the race, I'm like, I need to be careful about how much coffee and water I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Still, it was too much. But we got the Uber there.
Oh yeah, Gomer's tip. That as we were leaving that like really, really, really busy parking lot from the
Aquarium.
expo, we were like, you know what, we should Lyft in or Uber in because, And have you done that before?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you've done that. I don't know that I've ever done that. It's always been a drop off or a park and be super stressed.
You feel bad for whoever's driving you there.
Yep.
Because it's so early.
Yep.
And they're like, bye. I'm gonna go do something cool, and you just have to drive around.
Right.
But with an Uber, with a Lyft, which we did,
Yep.
It's amazing.
So
because
awesome.
you just get dropped off.
Yep.
Guy drives away. Pay him money.
Yep.
So Mr. Aaron, you and me,
Yep.
shared a Lyft.
Yep.
Okay, I have to talk. I know this is going a little long.
Oh, we're good.
But like, so much like, what should I wear?
Oh, right.
Conflict.
Okay,
in
so
myself.
Right. So it's in the low 40s and it's going to be pouring rain most of the time, right? So we had decided, well, I was going to wear my long, like my normal, like joggers sort of thing and long sleeve shirt. And then the rain jacket, you were going to do something similar.
Yeah.
And then the mister came over in shorts.
And I was like, that's it.
That spooked us both a bit.
I'm going shorts. Like, I can't wear these tights, warm tights I had on.
Right.
You had those joggers on.
Yep.
And both of us in that moment, 4 minutes before the Lyft was supposed to arrive.
He's en route texting me.
Completely changed what we were wearing.
Right.
So I changed into shorts.
Yep.
I took off a short sleeve shirt that I had under a long sleeve shirt.
Right.
And put that jacket back on. And we were going back and forth. Should we wear this water resistant thing or this rain jacket?
Right.
And so the outfits we decided on that we went outside was shorts, long sleeve shirt, rain jacket.
Yep.
That's what we went out in. I just remember that now because in the Lyft, all of our legs were touching.
Right. Hairy legs.
On the back, just
like
sweaty, hairy
crunching.
legs touching.
No. I mean, you know, like if it was anybody other than you or Mr. Aaron. Well, actually, you and Mr. Aaron, that is weird.
Weird enough.
I guess, like, okay, let's say it was Kaz, because that's the only other person I could imagine doing this with.
Yeah.
Like, if I was in an Uber with you and Kaz, and me and Kaz's legs, hairy, crunchy legs touched, it would be fine.
Yeah.
But if it was somebody you really didn't know, I don't know.
It's still so gross.
Yeah,
to me.
it-
And
no,
I
no,
was in
it's
I was in the
weird.
middle.
Yeah, you were in the middle.
So I'm touching.
I should have been
both-
in the middle. I'm
both of
sorry.
your legs. And people know historically, if you listen to the podcast, you've heard my shorts tirade.
Right.
The only appropriate time I think it is to wear shorts as an adult man is when you're exercising. So I couldn't complain about the shorts because this was the right decision.
This was the good shorts. Yep.
But we're still like sticking to each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Totally.
But all that said, we made the right decision with what we were wearing because when we got there, it was raining and cold.
Right.
And
Yep.
so not having the pants on took a lot of the material out.
Yes.
And having those rain jackets was the right move.
yeah, and having wet pants,
Would not have been good.
horrible.
Yep.
Because that would have added like 20 pounds of weight.
Yep.
And then that's your legs have to move all that.
Yeah. I know. No
Sloshing
good.
around.
I was looking at people during the race that had sweatpants on, and it was
Yeah.
I felt bad for them.
yeah.
Last thing let's talk about before we
Okay.
stop. Bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Both of us went to the bathroom
Yep.
at the portalettes.
Let. Yeah.
Dark out, raining, long lines to the portalettes.
Yep.
We took care of that.
Mm-hmm.
We did not do our Gomer's tip, which was do it again.
Yeah. So here's the Gomer's tip given by my friend Rebecca, like 10 years ago at least. She's a cellist in the Florida Orchestra.
Yeah.
And she was like, the first thing you do when you get to a race is get into the portalette line.
Yeah.
As soon as you go to the bathroom, get back into the portalette line.
Yeah.
Great tip.
Well, I even insted about it. This is
Yep.
what you should do.
Yeah.
But it was getting close to the start time.
We did get there early though. We did a good job. There was no rush.
Totally.
Like-
I just really felt like I don't have to do this anymore.
Right,
And
me too.
I had a very successful first go. I really thought that's everything.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff happening in there. So I was like, why would I need to get back in line? I
Yeah.
totally should have,
Yep.
but I didn't. So that did come back to bite us, and that should be our cliffhanger.
Okay. Yep.
So that's part one.
Mm-hmm.
All the pre-race stuff. I think we made a lot of great decisions, had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
But there was a couple bad decisions made on this race that we're going to talk about in
Right.
part two.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Let me say our thank yous. If people have questions or if anybody has any guesses about maybe we made a couple bad decisions on this race, if anybody has any guesses of that, you can contact us and let us know, and we can talk about that. No, we won't be able to talk about that.
No,
we're going
we
to
won't.
record this next episode right now. You can see if your predictions come true
Yep.
when part two comes out next week. You can follow us on and let us know those things on social media. All of that is at 2Gomers, Insta, Facebook, Gmail. You can call us on the Gomer phone. That number is
608-622-7669, dudes. That's 608 NBA Pony, or NAB Pony, as Annie likes it the best.
right. We have preferences for NBA and NAB.
Yeah.
But we go back and forth. That's
Yeah,
why.
totally.
Apple Podcasts and Spotify is where you can subscribe and follow us, leave us ratings and reviews. That always helps us. If this is your first episode, you just saw the Atlanta Half Marathon and you like what you hear, you can check out our 10th anniversary episodes to get a feel of who we are. That's September to November 2018. And then if you like, you can go all the way back to the start. Thank you to Davis for our music, Jason for our graphics, Adam for our website, Annie for our social media. Thanks to our almost 200 Gomertrons who made this weekend possible because they support us financially.
Yes, thank you.
You can do that too by subscribing to the bonus disc on Patreon. New home of the perfect movie, not new home anymore. The home of the perfect movie.
Right.
And other bonus episodes every month. That's at patreon.com/2Gomers.
Sweet, dude. Well, let's take a short break
Yep.
and we'll hit part two.
Let's do it. All right. Great app.
Super fun, man. And remember, everybody, if we can do this, you can do this.
And happy running.